3 months. It's not that I didn't believe. I looked for three things. I wanted to ensure that this had simplicity. It ticked the box. I wanted to make sure that there was the automation. It ticked the box. I wanted to ensure that there was the opportunity for me to leverage this, ladies and gentlemen. And lastly, I wanted to ensure that not only could this work for me, but can the average person take this, run with it, and win? So all the boxes ticked, right? The last thing that I needed, ladies and gentlemen, was a community. After I discovered the community, done deal. It was game over. So let me tell you how I slapped myself in the face. Got started, ladies and gentlemen, and within my first 7 days, I generated $1,200. Could slap myself in the face. You want to know why? Imagine if I had not waited almost 3 months to get started, right? Life happened, right? But I keep thinking, look how many other people I left out there, right? Fast forward, ladies and gentlemen, I generated my first 10,000 in 40 days, my first second 10,000 in 40 days. So I've been on the street now where it's a 10K in 40 days, 10K in 40 days. And I kid you not, I could not break that barrier, right? I stepped away. Michelle, no, I keep her in the loop of everything because see, life was lifing, right? Had to change careers, new businesses, getting up out the ground, and a whole lot, right? Ladies and gentlemen, hit that restart button, right? And I kid you not, just like what I'm used to. But guess what happened to me, ladies and gentlemen, right? Within the last 30 days, I was able to break my own record. And I don't say that to brag. I'm saying that to say that if I could do it while having a busy life, while juggling, other things, while being a husband, while being a father, you could definitely do it, right? But I want you to know this. I once considered myself the donkey. And if any one of you know the story of the donkey and the farmer, right? The farmer always tried to bury the donkey when the donkey dropped in that hole. But every time dirt went on that donkey, life is going to happen. You got to shake it off. So you see, just like that donkey, every time life came, I started to shake it off, ladies and gentlemen. And eventually, a lot of dirt piled up underneath my feet. So guess what I was able to do? Jumped out of the hole and I got this rescue blanket. And I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able to go ahead and, just borrow my belief, right? And get yourself started. I promise you, your 90 days could look completely different from now. I asked you to drop 5 in the comment section for all my guests. It's not the fact that 5 says money, right? 5 says faith, or 5 says DREAM, but it's the fact that you are here. And I know that you have belief. So you see, for me, this is what I had to do, all right? I had to be myself because I understood that everyone was already taken, right? I had to lie to myself because I had to tell myself. And the last thing I had to do, ladies and gentlemen, was I just had to be so that I could live. So for those of you who are on here, all my guests, let me be one of the first to welcome you inside of our amazing opportunity. Just now before I jumped on the live stream, another $900 ding. And I don't say that, to brag or to boast, but literally what I've made in the last 30 days, not only have I beaten my own record, but I almost tripled my job salary. Tripled, all right? Michelle, listen, separate from that, I've already booked 3 family vacations, not one, but 3 family vacations, and I didn't have to touch my regular income. So if I could do it, you could definitely do it. And Michelle, I'm going to toss it right back over to you.
Thank you so much, Dean. I love your story. You guys, Dean, if you guys have ever been on any of my lives or anything, you've heard me say this. Dean's the one that shared with me, just get 1% better every day. And after 100 days, you're 100% better, and work on getting 1% better of that. I just like sharing that because I think about that. I think about that when we go to create content. I think about that when we go to build a business. What if we just focused on getting 1% better? I'm only sharing that with you because this is what the type of value that you actually get inside the community, right? You actually get to be poured on and trained and mentored from people like what you've heard share today. So let's go ahead and keep on going, you guys. And then again, at the very end, we're going to open up for questions, right? So you might be thinking right now, this sounds really good, but I know nothing about promoting products or programs. I know nothing about sales funnels. I know nothing about automated systems. I know nothing about social media marketing. What do you mean by stop the scroll content? And how do I know how to attract my perfect customers, right? I get that. You guys, this is where we all were. This is how we all felt. We knew nothing. This is one of the biggest problems people have with getting daily paying customers. They do not know the marketing side. You guys, it doesn't matter what product or program you're selling if you don't even know how to market. Learning these skills to market just makes sense. So how would you like help executing these steps so you can learn the 2-hour workday and learn how to make 900 a day? Put a yes in the comments if that is something that you would like. So before I go, all I know is our process has been proven to help people reach their goals and dreams, get really good results, and I don't get any results. I can't say gyms don't work. I have to look in the mirror and say, I didn't do the work to get the results. So anyway, we have to go over, I have to do this. Hopefully you guys screenshotted that. So let's go. I'm going to introduce you to the Legacy Builder program. You guys, inside our Legacy Builder program, we actually walk you through step by step. We have a training to show you how to go launch to profit in 7 days. We have a 30-day market growth strategy plan of what to do your first 30 days to not only grow your email list, but also grow your following. And we're excited that you're going to get the ultimate discovery system where we're going to show you how to build a brand, even a faceless brand if you want. We're going to show you the copy and paste free ads method that I use to grow my following, be monetized on YouTube, grow my email list, and get customers. And then we're going to show you how to use social media the right way. Media alone. And so inside of our training, you guys, we do have the how to build your invisible empire. If you want to start your business or build a completely faceless training or faceless brand. Now, inside of this, you guys, I don't only give you the 72-page PDF that inside of that shows you step-by-step what to do to make 100K your first year, gives you a year's worth of content, but I also do a training and I walk you through the process. And you also have access to a Q&A I did. Here's what I love about a Q&A. Because you guys don't know what your blind spots are. You don't know what's holding you back from building an income, right? Or what your blocks are. So sometimes when you hear other people ask questions, it gives you those aha moments. So you get access to all of that. And then you also get access to our amazing community that has over 20,000 people inside our community. And you heard what Jessica said earlier about a daily video right here, our 90-day legacy run. Right now, we're going on a run, and I'm walking you through what it takes to make 30K in 90 days. You get the complete process. Exactly what needs to be done. You can follow that and see what type of results that you can get. But it's a daily video that you get, on average about a 6-minute video every day that gives you an action step, not only to equip you with the skills and techniques, but also the winning mindset. And you have a content vault. Inside of that is testimonials. Inside of that is content creation and hook ideas. You get access to all of the replays that we have as well, from the webinars to the mentoring calls. You get complete access to everything. Now, here's just a few people inside our program that are loving it. Look at this. Discovered my perfect customer. Loved the coaching. Amazing. Discovered my perfect customers. It was absolutely amazing. The breakout rooms were great. Because see, what happens is, you guys, I put you inside a breakout room, and then that way I'll do some type of 15-minute training with you, and then I'll give you an action step, and I'll put you in a breakout room with like 5 to 7 other entrepreneurs just like you. The goal is to help you have a breakthrough in the breakout room. Then you come back in the room with me and we do a Q&A. So that's why you're hearing what they're saying with this, right? The results that they're having. I love the breakout rooms. The folks I interacted with were all genuine. See, this is the stuff that I love. So, oops, I didn't update this. It's okay. I didn't update this. It's actually I'm going to Actually, what I'm going to do real quick, because I didn't update this slide and I got to give you the exact results. So what I'm going to do while I'm getting that for you, I'm going to have Victoria come on and share real quick why I'm getting those exact results for you. So Victoria, can you share real quick? I didn't get it. Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much. You guys, I'm always super pumped up to be able to share with you how this has completely changed my life. Those are not just pretty words, okay? We are literally about to hop in the car, head to the Gulf, and stay in a penthouse suite for the next week and get to spend some awesome family time on the coast. And it is because of this. So I'm Victoria. I'm a busy boy mama. I have 3 little boys. My oldest is autistic. I have a tiny toddler tornado. My husband is active duty Army. And so when I started this, he was away. He actually told me not to. He was the biggest skeptic. I was a skeptic. I spent 2 months wondering how in the world people were making an income like this. I didn't believe. I said all the same things, right? I said it sounds too good to be true. And I doubted all of this because it's just not the way that I was raised. I was raised watching my dad work 3 jobs, and I was raised thinking that in order to make more, you have to go work more, right? How many of you were told that to make a good income, you need to go to college, you need to get a good degree, go get a salary job, and then guess what? If you still can't make ends meet, go get another job, and then another job, and work overtime until the day that you die. That is the way that I was raised, okay? And so I just didn't believe it was possible. I spent years trying to find a legitimate way to work from home. Now, how many of you have ever tried an MLM, multi-level marketing? That was me. Whoops, sorry, I was at 10% battery. That was me. And I have absolutely no hate for that at all because it's a brilliant business model. But I had started MLM 7 years ago, or I spent 7 years doing that because I wanted to find a way to stay home with my kids and have all of that precious time with them. But what I really got out of it was my face glued to my phone while my kids are over here going, mommy, 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 wanting all of this time with me. But I'm like, hey, I'm trying to sell this mascara and make $7. Okay, now do the math. If you have ever done an MLM, how many products would you need to sell to make 900? Because for me, I needed to find, yes, I'm saying find 128 customers, right? And to make $900. And so what I mean by find is I didn't know how to market. I was posting and praying. So I was doing the recruiting to build a team. I was doing the parties. I was doing those copy paste, hey girl messages, all of those things to make $7 on a dang mascara. I was working so.
Oh. Did we lose her? Victoria? Oh, did we lose her? Did we lose her? Her battery died? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay, well maybe she'll be able to come back on. I don't know. So real quick while we're waiting. Oh, is she back?
I don't know what happened.
You're kind of cutting out.
Am I cutting out? Okay, let me go off Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Hang on a second. That was really weird. I'm off Wi-Fi. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let me just kind of fast forward because I spent all of these years in MLM trying to find a way to work less, make more. And what I really got was I was overtired, overworked, and underpaid. And so when I finally decided to try digital marketing, this was a Hail Mary for me, right? I was like, if I can do this and make $1,200 a month, like I'm going to be in a better position than living paycheck to paycheck, right? I went into this with the smallest goal ever. And in my first month, I made $29,000. Okay. 29 grand in my first stinking month with somebody who has never seen an income like that, y'all. I've worked 3 jobs. I've lived in a tiny apartment downtown Chicago when I could not even afford heat. I know what it's like to be broke. The difference in the people that are broke and like not are just the decision to change it, right? And so That was 29 grand my first month. By 5 months, I hit my first 6 figures, and now I'm 10 months in, and I am somewhere over like 340 grand just in my first 10 months doing this. Since this program launched, specifically since April 1st, I've made $174,000. 174 grand. I'm at 85 grand for the month. My goal was 100K to have my first 100K month. We're on the last day, but anything can happen, right? And it's because I legitimately only work 2 hours a day, and I just put my phone down, go spend time with my kids. Like, we're about to get in the car and go on a family vacation, and there is no way that we ever could have done this if it was not for this business. So I always just want to be your hype girl that's sitting over here. If you are skeptical, if you are doubting, if you are questioning, dig in, because this has completely changed my life, and it would not have if I sat on the sidelines for like any longer. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for always just showing up your true, exciting, energetic self, because it just fires me up, and you have fun with your family. I love it. It's yes,
I'm
love
excited.
it. So life-changing, you guys. Okay, let's keep on going here. Love that, you guys. This is what we're talking about, true freedom. Okay, so I went and did the math here, you guys. So in 61 days, our community has generated $6,649,200 in revenue through the Legacy Builder program. You guys, that is 100% profit into the community pockets. That's not into a company's pockets, because we make 100% profit because we get the resale rate. Now, one of the questions I'm seeing a lot inside the community is inside the comments is, how is this possible? You guys, let me ask you a question, okay? Let me help you just kind of tie this all together. First of all, Amazon does over 500 billion a year, right? So people are shopping online all the time. Do you realize just on social media alone, there's 5 billion people? So let me ask you a question. Do you think at least 1% of them would love to learn how to make an income online? 1%. 1% would love to learn how to make $900 a month, or $900 a week, or $900 a day. Put a yes or no. Do you think at least 1% of 5 billion would love to learn that? At least 1%. Okay, look at all the yeses. You guys realize 1% is 50 million people. We have a lot of lives to change. Our community will be responsible for changing the generational struggle that's going on in the world. You no longer, in today's world, have to trade time for dollars. You no longer have to do that. You can have a fully automated business and have time freedom. We're ready to change the generational struggle and help people have generational wealth. Our goal inside our community is to create 1,000 six-figure in digital is only one customer. One customer. That's only 365 customers a year. One customer a day is 900 a day, which is 6,300 a week, which is 328,000 a year. In 3 years, you're a self-made millionaire. All you need is 1,111 customers, and you're a self-made millionaire off of promoting a product worth $900. You guys, it is absolutely amazing. Okay, so the biggest question I get is, how much time will this take? So if you remember, step 1 was you got to commit to 2 hours a day. That 2 hours can be 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. So let's talk about the 2 hours. Dropping free ads, just 30 minutes a day. Again, this was an introvert's dream come true. Pay an hour. Pick the platform you want to use. I started with TikTok. I love the simplicity of TikTok. They all work, right? You pick the one you want to use. And then you'll spend another 30 minutes learning, responding to comments and to emails. There is your 2-hour workday. That's our income earning activity. This is what drives results. This is what drives traffic back to our business on autopilot. And then we let the automations do the work for us. So what I want to do, you guys, is I want to have Amy come on and share with you guys, because when Amy discovered this, you guys, she was working 2 jobs. So she was able to fit her 2-hour workday in around her family's life. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over for Amy to share.
Welcome, everybody. Because my get through to you today is, even if you are already overworked, I get it. I do. I was working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day for 3 years straight. I'm a single mom. I was working 2 jobs, but here's the kicker. I had no sales experience. I've never been an MLM. I've never done any of that stuff. I wasn't even on social media. My daughter put me on there so I could watch her do videos. I didn't even know what the plus sign was on the TikTok. That's how bad it was. So let me tell you, from somebody that knew nothing about the online world, nothing about sales, I was in the trucking industry for over 20 years. I waitressed part-time. I was just a single mom, tired of struggling. And I found a way to earn extra income. Of course, I had hesitation. I didn't know anything. But I will tell you this right now. I had hope. And I wanted to be able to change my life for me, for my kids. And I did this. I wanted my time back. I didn't want to work 18 hours a day anymore. As a single mom, trying to take care of 3 kids, it's ridiculous. I wanted my time back. So by me, my daughter putting me on TikTok, me finding this program, I took the last dollar I had to my name and I fully invested in this, in my future, in my kids' future. I followed the 2-hour workflow to a T. I followed every training to a T. And here's what I did, is I took 30 to 45 minutes in the morning before I left for my first job. On my lunch break, I took another 30 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. In between those 2 jobs, 18 hours a day, I fit this in throughout my day. Few short days after purchasing, I made my initial investment back. 10 weeks in, I had not only learned not everything, but as much as I could, that I was learning and started earning a lot and very quickly. And I seen the light at the end of the tunnel, that this was it. This was something that I could do. I quit not only my part-time job, but I quit my full-time salary position of over 20 years. By 12 weeks, I ended up becoming a stay-at-home mom for the first time in 30 years. I was now running a successful online business from home. And now I started getting my time back with my kids. I paid off all of my debt. As it came in, I was paying it off. I was paying the next month's bills. I was doing all of the things. And I continued to learn more and earn more and learn more and earn more, adding additional streams of income by plugging in for 2 to 3 hours a day. By 9 months in, I hit my first 6 figures. I just celebrated this month 1 year in this community. I am well over 200 grand in 1 year. That is life-changing money for a single mom of 3 kids that has been struggling for years to pay bills, to make sure her kids had everything they needed because I had no help. This is any mom or dad's dream come true. This has not only changed my life, but it's changed my kids' lives. My daughter graduates today, and I have been here for every event. I've had the money to pay for her barbecue, and 15 family members are here from thousands of miles away that I was able to bring them here for her because of this money that I'm earning. This is the freedom that you can get, not only for you, but for your kids. And as a single mom, as a parent, these are the things that you want to give your kids. You need to give your kids. And my heart was broke for so many years because I couldn't afford it and I didn't have the time to make all those memories. And now I can make up for those lost times. And that's what I'm doing now. This is longevity. This isn't make a couple bucks real quick and then you're done. No, this is long-term income, learning and earning as you go. Life-changing. In 2 months, my daughter's going to college and I get to pay for her law school. I would not have been able to do that a year ago. This is why we do this. Everybody has their reason, but it all comes down to family. It all comes down to earning an income so we can get our time back. A little investment every day can change your life. Take it from somebody that knew nothing a year ago. Just believe in you, invest in you. You deserve it. Thank you.
So I want you to share with them what you did over the weekend, because I think that's probably one of my favorite stories.
So you guys, I can't even think of, I've been in the trucking industry and I've worked in the restaurant business, bartending and waitressing, nights, weekends, holidays, every holiday. This last Memorial Day weekend, myself and 3 of my kids were able to go to the mountains, all 4 of us, and just unplug and be together. It's the simple things like that that mean everything. And I was able to do it because, 1, I could afford it and I had my time to do it. But guess what? This business was still making me money while I was doing that. Yesterday, I spent over $1,200 for her barbecues and all this other stuff. I made that back and then some. I've already made $1,200 again today. This is the kind of stuff we're going to teach you, all by promoting 4 digital products and learning how to add additional streams of income. We will show you everything to change your life.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And congratulations to your daughter. How exciting. And I know that has to feel good as a mom that you're able to get her family or your family there to experience this life-changing with her.
Amazing. I'm telling you, and when I say life-changing, it's life-changing. Just like you, you're in Hawaii with your family.
Yeah.
So
it's like in the morning here, guys. When I get here, I get to go spend the rest of the day with my family. Yes. Awesome. Okay, we're going to keep on going and have fun. Tell your daughter congratulations and enjoy your family. I love that. So you guys, this is a webinar. So in a webinar, we give you the details, and at the very end, we do open it for questions. So yes, you will get the opportunity, a little bit of a window there to go over questions with you guys as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go on to how do you get started, right? So what it is the Legacy Builder program. The moment you purchase a program, you get immediate access to 4 income streams. So you're going to get the resale rights on the 100, the 300, the 600, and the 900. So that's $1,900 worth of products that you get the ability to get the resale rights on. So let me give you an idea. I'm going to help you guys put this into perspective. So you see me holding my phone right now. Do you realize I got my phone through Verizon? But Verizon didn't make this phone. Apple did. But Verizon has the resale rights on this phone and they can sell it. I can sell this phone. I can be Verizon and I can sell this phone to Amy. And Amy can use this phone for 6 months or a year. And Amy can turn it back into me because she wants a different phone and I can resell this again to Dean, right? That's the power. It's the same thing. You guys do it every day. Do you think the shirt that you have on right now, the person or the company you bought the shirt from made the shirt? Or did they get the ability to get the rights to sell that shirt? Because they bought it and are able to sell it, right? It's no different. We're just introducing you to the digital world, which I shared that with you at the very beginning, the massive explosion in the digital world. So that's what you get the ability. You get the ability to get 4 income streams and get the resale rights. So what does that mean? That means you can be learning and earning at the exact same time. Now, also when you get started today, you're going to get these bonuses. Freedom Friday, let's go, right? You're going to get the Digital Growth Community bonus. You're going to get the Canva crash course. You're going to get how I made my first million in 17 months. You're going to get the complete breakdown walkthrough of that. You're going to get 30-day market strategy growth plan. You're going to get how to start your own business with master resale rights. You're going to get 200 digital product ideas. So if you're listening to me right now, you're like, man, I just want to create my own product or service or program. We give you that inside of this as well. You're going to get how to craft your message, your marketing mindset to your first million. And you're going to get your invisible empire faceless marketing training. So you get all of those bonuses as well. And you get access to all of that for only $900. You guys, I love this. The fact that I had a step-by-step blueprint to follow, and I can follow it, and I can be learning and earning at the exact same time. Now, maybe that's not your goal. Your goal maybe isn't to make $900 a day. I have a gentleman inside my community, and his goal is to make $1,000 a month because he just wants to be able to go camping more with his boys. And $1,000 a month would do that. He loves his job. He loves the bonuses, right? And so whatever your goal is, it is good enough. It's your goal. That's all that matters. So if $900 a day isn't a goal for you, we do have our digital mastery that also helps you start mastering digital marketing skills. It's $600. You do get the resale rights on the 100, 300, and 600. Our passive daily pay blueprint, it's $300. You do get the resale rights on the 100 and the 300. And then we have our launch pad. We'll help you launch a business and you get the resale rights and an income stream on the $100 product. Okay, so what I want to do real quick before we open up for questions, because a lot of people are like, I want more men to share. And so I'm going to see if Tim can share real quick. And so if you guys want to get ready to ask your questions, there is a reaction that you can hold up your hand. Just make sure when you ask a question, I need you to show your video because I want to be able to look at you in the eyes when I answer your question. Okay, so Tim, can you unmute and share? Hello, how are you?
Wonderful. Hey, you know what? I come from a background of corporate America. I've been in retail. I helped a company take 300 retail stores to 1,000 stores. I'm not the stay-at-home mom, obviously, or the stay-at-home dad like everybody. You know, I hear a lot of great stories, but they own you, you know, at that level. Beautiful kids. I live in California, but I would leave California every Monday morning, fly to wherever I need to go, and then come home on Friday. But the day didn't really end there. If you guys that are in corporate or have a job that works 24/7, the job was 24/7. But one day they came into my office after I gave them 25 years of my life, which was my whole life, right? I'm 57 years old now. And the reality is they came into my office and said, we're eliminating the role, we're restructuring the company. If you're in corporate, you know exactly what that means. It means like, hey, somebody's losing a job. And if they're telling you, believe it or not, I was the guy that actually did a lot of the sign-offs for people to lose jobs. But it was happening to me. That was the shocker. Like I got to tell you, at 55, being told you don't have a career anymore, it is. If you ever been in it, ever lost a job, it's defeating. You know, there's ego, there's pride that you have, that you get up every day and do all the things you're supposed to do. You know, sit down, shut up, and listen. As a kid, that my daddy would tell me, sit down, shut up, listen. You won't get hurt, right? Go to school, get good grades. Marry, raise some kids, get a home, and then retire. Well, I did all those things. So when they came into my office, they said, here's your plan A or plan B. You have 30 minutes to make a decision. Why do I share the details of that? Because it's just a feeling that just really flat out sucks. And there's a lot of people in this day and age today that think that's all there is. I've never done an MLM. I've never done an online business. But I got to the point where after being home, I got offered a couple of jobs. I actually was offered some really good career corporate jobs where, you know, I almost decided to move my whole family to North Carolina, or I had interviews in other states. They flew me out there for these interviews from California. So I got offered these things, but there was one thing that was really in my head. Why am I going to do this crap all over again? Like, really, why am I going to do this all over? I just gave somebody 25 years of my life, and they said they really didn't need you anymore. Like, where's your worth? You know, where is that? I mean, so if you lost a job, you know exactly what, I don't care if you've been there for 2 years or 25 years, you know the feeling. But just at 55, who's going to hire me per se again? Like, I know my role was very specific in what I did, and we did it really good. However, at 55, it's like, again, who's really going to hire you and who's going to pay you what you're worth per se for that role? So for me, I was home for 8-9 months, and I finally just said, I got to do something at home because I'm pissed. Like, I got to share with you, I was mad. I was furious that someone did that to me after I did all those things. Having 5 kids, not going to the sporting events. I mean, I did a video and content where I got to go to my son's school for the first time. Out of 5 kids, I was able to go to one of those kids' first day of high school. 5, and I'm 25 years, and I went to 1. I can talk all of those things. They are great. We are blessed, and absolutely, we forget about it to me that I saw. There was only like 4 dads that were there all day out of like 40 moms. Now, I'm going to say one thing to you dads. You deserve to be with your kids. Your kids need you more than you think. Because I would tell you the conversations, if you could be around to the conversations what I have with my children and the relationship that I did not have with my own parents is unimaginable. Like the conversations that we have, and to hear that my 2 oldest daughters that are in their 30s were pissed at me because I never went to the game. But see, they understand. They understand that we have to take care of our bills, but I'm just here to share with you, and everybody else is here to share with you. There's a different way than when we were taught as we grew up. We were told to go get jobs, get good careers. That's how we were raised. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's all we knew. Today, it doesn't work that way. Entrepreneurs, man, that's what you really will become in this if you take that choice, which I think you should. The benefits, I can tell you about all the tax benefits. I can tell you all those great things because everything's a write-off, it seems like. And I mean, it is unimaginable that when your tax guy comes to you and says, you're making too much money, you got to spend it or you're going to lose it. That is a neat, surreal conversation to have with your tax guy. But I got to tell you, it's a really cool problem to have. And I really will leave it on this note. I hit over 200,000 just recently. And I've been doing this 14 months. I do work 2 to 3 hours a day, but by choice. My passion is simply this. I'm going to do whatever I can do to help all the dads all the moms, all the people that sit there and say, I'm done. Like, I am done. See, people change in many ways, but one of the things is I didn't do this business per se for money. The money is a byproduct. Be clear on that. The money's great and all, but the time that I get with my children as a dad, and the conversations that I've heard my kids tell me, like they were mad at me, and like that's just like gut wrenching to you to sit there and say, you didn't go to my game. You told me you were going to be there, but they understand now. But to hear those conversations, for me, it's time. I really do. I golf almost every day. I'm living a goal. I'm living a dream right now. I am actually qualified for the Champions Tour, which is the men's professional over 50 to golf. I never saw that in my wildest dreams. I never could tell you I'm telling it, you dream again, you build better relationships with your kids, and you're helping other people see there's a different way to earn an income. See, that's all this is. We're just showing you a different way to earn income, to get your time back, to love on your family, date your wife again, and by God, go golfing every day. I don't know how else to say it. And my story is as typical as the ladies. I didn't make any money for 3.5 months. Hear me. I didn't make any money for 3.5 months, but I will share something with you. The mentoring, the coaching, I did all. I did not ask any questions to my mentor. Like, how crazy is that? There are people here that want you to be successful. They're giving of their time so you can be. Your number one goal from any of these people that are going to help you guys mentor and help Michelle mentor and all that stuff in the community is to help you be successful. To help you be successful. I mean, you can ask anybody in the community. We have so many mentoring calls, live, recorded. You miss them, we got you. There's something that is so powerful about a bunch of people, over 20,000 people going in one direction. Do not miss this. It's a bunch of people that want to see you succeed. Their priority, their whole goal is to help you get to where you just got to plug in. You have to be coachable. You have to be consistent. Please, for the love of God, be authentic self that you are. Be the blessing that you are. Have patience and grace. I talk about it all the time because you may screw it up. Perfect. Screw it up. Perfect. Guess what? We're here to help you pick you up and cheer you on. That's okay. We're going to help you. So I'll leave it on that note. I'll just say it's been 57 years old. I've never gone back to the corporate world again after 25 years, and I couldn't be more happier. And I only wish that for you as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, and congratulations, 200K after 3 months of not making any money. What a story, because most people are impatient and they would have quit, right? And so I love the fact that you had the vision and you focused more on the vision and you knew it was going to work. You just had to get through the process to get it to work for you. So congratulations. I love it. Now, you guys, what I want to do real quick is because before I open up for questions, I need to take it over to South Africa because we are an international business and we do business all over the world. And so if I only have United States share, people are like, well, what about me? And so I wanted to pass it over to Cecilia in South Africa. Are you there, my friend?
I am here. Good evening, everybody. So I'm Cecilia Jacobs. I'm from South Africa, and I used to be a small town mama. Now I'm an ocean view mama, right? So I started with this business about a year ago, and for me, it was that desperation of just getting something that's going to help me to get more time with my daughter. So I was going down this rabbit hole. I was doing the thing that most South Africans does. I had a credit card, and then I took out another credit card to pay the first credit card, and then I went to go get myself a loan to pay the 2 credit cards, and at the end I was stuck with that, and I was going downhill so quickly that I was actually threatened that my things would be taken in order to cover my debt. And I was working 15 hours a day in my own salon. So it got to a point where I was pushing so many hours in order to cover basic living expenses and debt that I missed out with my daughter. I missed out to the extent that this one specific day when I had a bridal group at my salon, I rushed to pick my daughter up from school, and I could see she was having a tremendously bad day. But because I was in a hurry, because I had such a big crowd waiting for me, I rushed her, and it brought tears to her eyes. So immediately I drowned in mum guilt, but I continued working because, I mean, I'm working to keep the roof over our heads, right? And the groceries in the cupboards. I was just being mum. But that evening, and I could see my daughter fall asleep on the couch in the living room, and my heart broke into a million pieces because I knew, she was waiting for me. She had a bad day and I didn't have time. And even though I was working this hard, I was still drowning in debt, and I was still standing at the edge of losing everything. So the next morning I was on TikTok like so many of us, right? Consuming a little bit of funniness. And I came across this beautiful mom talking about the 2-hour workday. And she said you can fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day, and that I could learn the skills to earn daily pay. So listen to this. As a South African, I thought to myself, what if I bought this program and I just made 10,000 South African rands extra a month? That would have given me time. I wouldn't need to work overtime. I wouldn't need to work Saturdays until 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I would just get some time to spend with my daughter. So that's like $550, right? Currently, my biggest seller is a $900 product. But when I got started with this, 6 weeks later, I woke up to my first money. And my first reaction was, this works. And then talking in rands with you guys so that you can just grasp the concept of what it is when you are in South Africa and you get to earn in dollars. So within 7 months, my friends, I was a millionaire. 1 year later, Friday, I hit my 1 year mark into this, and I've made 2.4 million. So, but it's not just me, right? We've already got 5 South African millionaires doing this, rand millionaires. We've got thousands of our mums and dads earning 6 figures on a monthly basis because of the power of earning in dollars right here in South Africa. And when I got started, I just wanted to make 10,000 rand extra. So if you get into this, you can come in with a big dream, my friend, because this is where dreams turns into reality, because of coaching, because of mentoring, because of live interaction with people that's, like Tim said, going in the same direction as you. We are like no man left behind. Everybody learns these skills and they get to change their lives. This is giving me back my time. 3 months in, debt-free. Going from somebody where the banks were threatening to take my things, 3 months in, I was debt-free. My little prayer car, I replaced by month 4. Month 5, I flipped my zip code from being a small town mum to living my dream life, looking out over the ocean every single day, watching the dolphins play, watching the whales come by. And it's something I never dreamed was possible. These days, I'm busy house hunting because I'm getting ready to buy a house. And a year ago, I would have never imagined that this was possible for me. All I wanted was 10,000 rand extra, $550 a month extra. And it just exploded with what I got to learn in here. And it's like all the others told you, I did not just get resale rights. I learned to add multiple income streams. Platforms which I never even knew it was possible. And I just want to tell you, when I got started, I didn't know alt from enter, right? So if I could do this, working 15 hours a day, fitting this in the nooks and crannies of my day, and flip my whole life around in a matter of months, my friends, so can you. So I'm going to give it back to Michelle.
I absolutely love your story. Oh, I love it. And yes, you guys, so no matter what country you're in, this works in all countries. And I've seen people say, how do I get started? How do I purchase? Get back with the person that introduced you to this. You received an email from them, you guys. You can go down to the very bottom. There's a PS in there, and you can go to get started inside the program. To get started, please put in the chat that you got started. We want to celebrate with you. So what we want to do real quick, you guys, is answer questions. And so we're going to take the time to answer your question, please. Just, we'll do our best. So if you have the same question as somebody else, let's try not to ask the same question, because I only got about 20 minutes to answer questions. And then I have another Zoom I got to jump on here in a minute. So yeah. Carol got started. I love it. I love it. Okay, so ready, Amy? Or do you need to go, Amy?
Hey, Michelle, or maybe it's me. I'm not sure. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
here.
Yes.
You ready?
I had a couple people in the community have their hands raised, so I took them down. If we could
thank you.
remind
Yes. Question. No, it was actually selling this program. I was terrified to create my own product at the beginning, right? Because I didn't know nothing about creating an automated system. I didn't know anything about creating a website. And what would I have sold? How to be a hot mess express in my 50s, right? I mean, I don't know what I would have sold, right? Because I felt like a failure as a mom. I was struggling, I was stressed, I was overwhelmed. I didn't want to add the pressure of creating a product. You know, that's one of the hardest things. And that's one thing that people fail so bad at online, is because they try to bring something new to the marketplace. That is so hard to do. That's why Starbucks is so successful, right? Because people get the ability to purchase a Starbucks and it is a done for them coffee shop. And so that is why I love the fact that I could learn and earn at the same time. Now it has turned into more income streams because I've grown a lot. Now I have 14 income streams, but I did start with just promoting the digital products. And now I have reoccurring income. I even now own a brick and mortar business. And then I've created my own program. So, and Amy, how many income streams do you have?
I'm up to 14.
So we all start and we learn, because the most important thing that you guys can learn is how to.
So just to clarify, because it sounds so interesting, how much of the money that you make is you asking people in this Zoom to pay for the product?
I don't ask anybody to pay for anything.
Everyone, this is a scam. Everyone, this is a scam. They're going to kick me out. I promise you this is a scam.
She is great. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine staying on a webinar for an hour and a half?
I promise you.
Say that.
Oh my goodness.
Staying on a webinar for an hour and a half to stay that. Like, that is so wild to me. So wild to me. An hour and a half. Because you know what? Everybody doesn't agree, right? Like, I don't agree with the job. Like, I don't agree mamas should be away from families for 40, 50 hours a week. I don't agree with that, right? But I don't go out and scream that. I love the fact that I've been able to figure out a way to stay home 100% with my family. I love that. I love now that we get to help moms know that there's another choice out there. And dads, just like you heard what Tim said, I absolutely love that. Oh my goodness. All right. Joe, and Joe's sitting there with the baby. I love that so much, Joe. So we'll let you share.
All right, Joe, I think you could, there you go.
Good, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome, thank you. First of all, Michelle. Great webinar or whatnot. Unfortunately, we get these people like just jumped on. People like her, you know what? I've been in the game for a while. If you have that type of attitude and mentality, just stay broke.
Yep.
Stay broke. You know, it blew my mind. She wasted an hour and a half to call it a scam when you have receipts here. But again, I just want to say, awesome webinar. I really don't have any questions. I just want to give you guys a compliment. My man Tim, I'm in California as well. Let's get together and swing these sticks, bro. I've been financially retired and fully free for 3, 4, 5 years. This is my little grandson
Aw.
right here. So guys and gals, pay attention to this. Open your minds, And Tim, I'm with you. You guys need more men on here. More men like me and Tim. Love the lady stories. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of fellas out here like myself. I'm a widow, unfortunately. My wife passed away fighting cancer 20 years, but we're not going to get into that. But definitely more men. Again, Michelle, great, Webby. Everybody, I appreciate the information. Again, nothing but applause.
And we do have a lot of successful men. Unfortunately, most of them aren't on the webinar today, but we do have a lot of men in the community that are just crushing it. All right, let's go to, is it Prakash? Maybe? I'm sorry. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You can unmute. Try it again. One more time. There you go.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Hi, I'm speaking from UK. Thank you very much, Michelle. A very good presentation. I am going to be starting. I have a question as far as the legalities and the compliance of this platform is concerned. What is stopping a governing body like, say, FCA or the SEC closing this thing down? If you can clarify
Absolutely.
that. With me,
So
please.
we share our results, right? And we show that you're going to learn and earn. That's why we did that disclaimer. We cannot give any income guarantees. Just like I saw somebody on the comments said, well, how soon will I make money? We don't know. I don't know your worth ethic. I don't know. It's no different than if you go and start your own business. Nobody knows. We're just sharing our results because there are results. We're sharing that the program works. I mean, how did the 20,000 people get inside the program? By following this process. But yeah, just like it was interesting because I follow Grant Cardone, and he literally popped on my news feed, and he literally says, I will show you how to make $1 million in 90 days. Like, that's pretty bold, right? 1 million in 90 days, right? And so, but he'll show you the process. And so just like us, we show the process. We're not saying anybody's going to achieve it. Unfortunately, we can't say that you're going to make any money, but that's just the difference. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. We have some people that are wanting to ask a question, but you guys need to show your screen.
We will go
in the face.
to Maureen. She is showing her face. Let me see. The screen is bouncing around really bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Actually, I have a quick question. Well, two, I'm sorry. Once you make the investment, this will be like a lifetime thing, right? Program, and you're keeping updating everything.
That's a great question. Yes.
Technology and everything like
yes. So this is not a course.
So
this is a program. So it's always interactive. We actually do live calls. We have 5 live interactive calls a week that you get the ability to get on. And so, yeah, anything pivots or changes, anything that's working really, really well, we test it as a community, and then we share it and we help you implement it.
Okay, awesome. The other question, lastly, because I know that you mentioned earlier that this is an international thing, but you're mentioning like the other side of the world. I'm actually in Central America. I'm from Costa Rica. That will be my question. For Latin America and this part of the world, do you have already members, and how does that work for us, if it actually worked throughout this, even though I know if you work with TikTok and all the other like platforms, right? You reach the whole world, right? But in terms of payment and everything like that, from this side of the world, if if it works the same, if it's
Works the same.
like an
Yes,
option for us from this type of.
We literally do business all over the world. I have people that have bought from me in countries that I've never even heard of. So yeah, as long as somebody can take a payment or pay, debit, credit card, PayPal, things like that. Yes. And then there's for you to accept a payment, there's tons of different payment processing companies, tons of different.
Is that option like also are suggesting the other type of methods in the program that we start to know about? I know about PayPal and I do have PayPal, but if there are also other options, are they also shown on the
Yeah, I mean, the one
program
that
to
we
learn more
mostly
about
use
that?
is PayPal and Stripe, but we're working on another one. Because of South Africa, we're just testing it right now with quite a few people from South Africa. And once it's tested and proven to work, and we are actually creating videos on that as well. So yeah, we always do that. Whatever's working, we
perfect. I just want to thank you so much for your time. I appreciate. I'm very clear on everything. Hope to jump in soon. And thank you for your time.
For your questions.
Have a great day.
Happy Friday. Love it.
Hey,
So sweet.
how many more? How many more do you want to take?
Just a few more.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep on. Guys, if you can get to your question real quick, I can hopefully get to everybody.
Okay.
So,
Kwasi, maybe Kwasi.
The name is Kwasi.
Okay.
From Ghana, but I live in the UK, Northampton. Thank you. I've been following this very keenly. My first question, there are two questions I'm going to ask you. My first question is that after I purchase, do I have to renew my subscription or something like that every time or a particular time?
So it's a one-time investment.
That's the first question.
So it's a one-time investment for your program and a one-time investment for your website that goes with that program. And then you'll want to purchase a domain. We recommend GoDaddy. Our training is over how to connect it with GoDaddy. And that is a yearly fee on that. It's like $3.99 to get your domain.
Yeah,
$3.99. And then it's like $11 a year. And then we recommend a professional email to go with that domain. And I think it's like $20 a year or something like that. And that's it. The automated system and where we host the website is free. There's no monthly expenses on that.
All right. Now, the second question that I want to ask is, the question is, how long has it been from experience that colleagues in the community start earning